Because fuck it. Congratulations, gentlemen. This is episode 40.
Wow.
Oh,
40.
Yeah. Did I tell you guys that I've been sending Dana the link every week?
I think you
Yeah.
did.
There's some animal behind Billy.
I know.
Yeah,
I saw
it's
that
the dog.
before. It doesn't look like it's going to attack him, so I didn't feel it was necessary to warn him about its presence.
Looking for the mailman.
Waiting for the mailman.
Waiting for the mail to attack it.
Barking at
Hoping
people
he's
in
got
the-
no bills in his hand. They said, hey, brown dog, what you doing uptown?
Hey, brown dog. Hey, I posted that gasoline song on SoundCloud.
Did you see the did either of you guys this might not mean as much to Billy, but did you see by any chance Pacina Astrid's post on Facebook? She posted this big thing about she was purging all of her CDs, right? And then she posted deliberately a stack of CDs she was keeping because it was like her short Vine collection. You know, it was like Radio Laria and
Vine collection.
yeah, so from like the early mid '90s kind of thing, and I said something about it because the Sistern CD she has the handwritten Sistern on it. You know, it's like a TDK burnable CD, says Sistern on the end of it. And I said, I don't mind telling you, I feel honored to be part of the handwritten entry. And then she posted a picture of a cassette tape she had that had songs on it by us that some I recognized and some I didn't. Some I was just like, Jesus, I don't even know what that song is. And she claims she's going to digitize it somehow.
Wow.
I should pull it up and see if I can tell you this. Here, I'll do that. I'll pull it up and tell you the songs that are on it. What struck me the most, Spinning Basket was on it.
That's one of yours.
I know. Well, no, that's ours, man, because I brought it in as just a shape thing. You did the whole, all the way the lyrics went and everything was just, it was nothing like what I had written. It worked better, though. I'll see if I can find it. That's ours. How are you doing, Stevie? You seem kind of reserved as well.
No, I'm good. I just had a steak off the grill, and so
Nice.
I'm feeling full and content and relaxed. I could use a nap. I could easily take a nap, but I set my alarm on the phone to know when this was going to happen.
Oh, well, that's nice of you. You guys know that you can bail on this anytime you fucking want to.
I know.
I like seeing you guys. I like being able to talk about shit. And the thing I like about the once a week with you guys is it's much, much more casual. I don't feel like there has to be any agenda,
Right.
So, not that I always do. All right, you ready? So she's got this might be a TDK tape as well. And it looks like my handwriting for sure, but it's got T-Mission, Unglued, Fuzzy Land, When I Lie, Spinning Basket, Make a Move, Big Appointment, Unglued Acoustic, in parens, Landslide.
Yeah.
You know that one? I don't know what that is.
That's the one that Dana sings on. The other one that Dana sings on.
Oh, the distorted bass one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's called, shit, I don't know. I guess, I thought that song was called Less Unless.
It's called like 3 or 4 different things, actually.
It's the Bastard Son. Two Colors?
Yeah.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
From the very first Ultra Suede session we did.
Hum a few bars, maybe I can fake it. I just don't know. Behind Your Surprise, I remember Style is on this tape she has apparently. And Coming Down, and So What Do You Think? So I told her
only version of that Surprise song I have is a live version from Sudsies, and we played it at like half speed for some reason, and I can't imagine what it was other than that.
I don't know. Are you sure? So we never did a studio version? I don't know what song that is either. I have no idea.
It was on.
I remember the title, but I can't remember how it goes at all. It was
on an early Ultra Suede tape.
Billy was just like, "Fuck it, man. I'm cool and all, and I like the Sistern, but this early shit's dull as fuck."
I had it on an 8-track reel-to-reel. 1
You don't have that anymore? Don't you have that somewhere still?
I still have a 1-inch. Oh,
but
it looks like Billy changed rooms.
Yeah. No, he put curtains up, man. He took away the Harmony Corinne lighting.
Yeah.
They had put a pinball machine in.
Yeah.
No, that was there already. I like the idea of Billy suddenly turning his camera off and then hustling in a 700-pound arcade device.
That's pretty cool.
Oh shit! I gave my boy and his best friend haircuts about an hour ago.
Oh yeah, how'd that turn out?
All right. I don't know. The agreement was for both of them. The agreement was exactly the same. That if I fucked it up too terribly, I would just shave their heads, and they were both cool with that. And both of them elected not to shave their heads, so I guess it turned out all right. But my son bleached his hair white a couple months ago. We're pretty close, and I remember telling you guys I gave him the Christian Slater from Gleaming the Cube haircut, where I shaved around the bottom so it was like white on top, and then.
I thought he was going for a blue.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Is exactly your memory. Pretty amazing. Yeah, he was going for blue, but the blue kit comes with white, so it's more vibrant, right? And so we did the white. We did the first step to the blue, and he went, "No, I kind of like this. Let's leave it." So, anyway, long story short, the fact that he has half white and half, brown hair makes the haircut look worse than it might otherwise. At least that's what I'm claiming. Are you crushing my head? You're crushing my head. I crush your head. Oh shit! What else is going on?
How was your
I don't understand where Koltay is. He was all gung ho about this.
Hey, Billy, did you have a crazy week writing that big article?
Big article.
The no depression piece?
Yeah.
I've had crazy weeks with work stuff, but that's been in the works for
a while.
Yeah. So but yeah, the coolest thing is when I think I probably said this before, but when I interviewed the president for the Grammy Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Xenia. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, why not, right?
Well, bought a couch.
Is that the black one behind you?
No, that one's moving out.
Oh, I'll take it.
That one's it's destined to be a green room couch at the Southgate House.
I think that's probably a good use for it.
It came from the lounge of the old Southgate House, so it's not the most home friendly piece of furniture.
Gotcha. Does it smell? Honestly.
No, it doesn't. It looks good from a distance, but anyway. When
you say the lounge, it was upstairs? Oh, look who's here. You say lounge, was it upstairs, first floor?
It was in the when you first walked in the doors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you sure it wasn't against the wall in the room where the pool table was?
It's Koltay laptop.
Hey, Koltay laptop. Uh-oh. Can we hear you?
Check your audio.
You see the little audio thing down here? Start audio. Do you have the little microphone does it have a slash through it? If you click that, there's a little carrot
icon.
Yeah, there's an icon and there's a carrot next to it where you could choose which mic.
He's not much of an audio guy.
Right. Thanks, Billy. You just made me realize how stupid that was. We'll see how it goes. Can you hear us? No, you can't hear us either. Here, I've got some cue cards for this. Wait, I got another thing. Hang on, I got one more thing.
Houston, we have a problem.
Houston, we have a problem. What do I got here?
Check your kitty controls.
He's gone.
I've got this.
How do I work this thing?
We'll see if he comes back. Well, here he is. He's back. Sometimes that works for people.
Koltay laptop is connecting to audio.
Yeah, so he can't hear you yet. Does it say that?
Koltay laptop connected.
Oh man, this is as a 40th episode. I can't
This
tell
is
you
going pretty well.
I'm so proud right now. I'm so proud. Oh,
Happy
shit.
birthday.
Thank you.
The internet's slow in Detroit today.
Right? Maybe so.
We can't hear you, Koltay.
You're gonna have to turn the microphone on.
Wait, I heard something.
Yeah, because it works.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you gotta turn it up.
Yeah, you go to your settings and see if you can increase the sensitivity because you're real quiet. But I gotta say, as excited as I was for the grand tour of your place last time you were on, I never did get a shot of that ceiling of your pop art fucking ceiling, man.
Bass traps, you fucking.
Pop art acoustics.
I love it, man.
Dirty gets me.
I know. Well, of course he gets you, and of course I don't. I'm looking at it aesthetically. I know it has a purpose, but it doesn't mean I can't appreciate that.
Settings.
Yeah.
Hey,
Audio
Chris.
settings.
Is that better?
A little bit. Can you kick it up more?
Yep. How's that?
Better still. A little more.
Turned it up all the way. And that's it.
There
Yeah. Just don't shout at us.
Just turn it up all the way.
Hey man, I'm excited that you wanted to come back so soon.
That from you, Gertie.
Yeah.
Turn it up all the way.
Just turn it up all the way.
Turn up all the way and then just turn everything else down.
One of my favorite Steve Gerton quotes in the years and I played together is one time he was real frustrated with me. It might have been after a live thing or it might have been while we were trying to record something. And he turned to me and he goes, it's incredible. You just turn the knobs any old fucking which way thinking you're making it sound better and you're always wrong.
Oops.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. You're always wrong.
Tell anybody but other engineers that, though.
Yeah, I guess that's no. I mean, him and I were good enough friends that he knew he could say it, and I would take it in the spirit intended.
No, I'm telling him that he's not supposed to tell anybody. I'm not.
How are you doing, Chris? How are the cats? How's the wife? How's the life?
Julie's on her way back here. The cats are cool. It's kind of hot in here. Is it hot down there?
It's been warm the last few days.
It has been. Got to open the windows.
Yeah, well, we've actually been living climate control until after the afternoon storms. We're like got a Florida pattern going on here where it gets kind of hot and muggy in the afternoon, rains for a minute, and then it's pretty nice in the evening.
Oh, sweet.
I learned the other day that my when I turn the air on, no cold air comes out. So
No, that's a good thing. No, so you just gotta get someone to just come recharge your fucking gas, man. I bet you that's the problem.
I got Joe Wiedemann coming out to look at it, if you know him, or his brother Chris Wiedemann.
I know the name, but I might have just drank the beer. Right?
The Wiedemann brothers.
Yeah, no, that sucks. I had a thing a couple years ago where my because of a clogged filter or something, my AC blower just froze up, and I had to turn the thing off. We had to suffer through a couple of days of miserable no climate control. But once it defrosted, it was fine. No big deal.
Yeah, he's pretty confident it's just going to be changing out one thing instead of buying a whole new unit. But
it's just going to recharge your fucking gas.
Like I got a hole in the grill, and he's like, "Do me a favor before I come out, put a piece of cardboard over it and see if that does it." So this is how hillbilly it was.
Oh, you actually had a hole in like the fins, the aluminum grid?
Well,
a hole?
Yeah. The previous folks who lived here had a dog that would piss on it all the time.
I was just gonna say that. Did a dog piss on it?
Seriously, a dog piss will corrode the fins of your air conditioning unit.
My dog never has, but I was just.
Chris is like, this is why I've got cats.
Yeah. That's why my air conditioning is on the roof.
Right.
Have you ever had a cat climb in one of your bass traps?
No, because they're sealed on both sides.
That's the thing. If they weren't, I bet you would.
They climb in everywhere. It was funny. Me and like Julie and I, we cleaned out there's like a front hallway that separates the street from the live room, and like we cleaned it out to fucking just to clean it out, you know, because there's nothing else to do. And we got it all cleaned out, and I bought this whole other studio in Pennsylvania last summer. It's fucking stupid. Gertie, you would have.
What?
Yeah.
So like, you bought another studio in Pennsylvania? Did you say that?
Not a physical studio, but I bought all this guy's gear.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Initially, I heard he was selling like some Eventide thing for like way cheap. And so I started talking to him, and then he just started adding all this shit on, like a Studer mixdown deck. And he's like, what about a console? $200. And I'm like, what is it? And he told me, I looked it up. It seemed cool. So I said, fine. And I got there. It's like 9 feet long. It's like a real
Holy shit.
70s transformerless console, Gertie, which like the tape machine that would go with that has like all these whatever. It was just kind of a weird thing. I ended up going to Pennsylvania and buying the studio. Anyway, who gives a fuck? But so all that shit got packed up in a corner, and we got the room all cleaned up, and we were both like, oh, cool. All right, let's have some dinner. And the baby man came running down. He was so happy. He just ran in the room, and I was like, oh, he likes that it's clean. He went right past me and like went around behind this cardboard box and took a piss. And I realized that he'd been going in there for like months.
Oh, how'd that smell?
Well, hardly like anything, because he just would go in and be like, like just a couple drops. He's just
in his territory or something.
That's what I was about to say. Marking it.
Like, oh, I can't believe you guys cleaned this out. I've been wanting to show you where I've been marking. Anybody comes here, they're gonna know this is our house. So don't worry, because I got it. Like he was like so. Right in front of me, like literally almost pissed on my foot, Son of a bitch.
Glory.
Yeah, why not,
No worries, I got you.
Where's this 9-foot console?
Downstairs.
When you get a second.
I just got off work.
Yeah, me too. But no, I got off work at 5. I was telling these boys I had a really miserable day. Yeah, where were you working today?
What happened in your day?
No, that's boring shit, man. I do phone sales for a living. I just had a really convoluted one of those. It's exactly the kind of job that should never be stressful, and unless you're miserably disorganized and kind of a moron, it never is. So today, my better qualities came to the fore, and I was miserably disorganized and kind of a moron, and it made it frustrating and difficult and whatever. That's the end of that story. How about you?
You don't have any real problems.
Yeah, not really. No, honestly, not really. Nope. It's fair. It's totally fair.
This lady from here, her name's Vanessa Wolfchild.
Just an awesome name. And does she write like teen vampire fiction on the side?
Like she's really cool. She makes this like crazy electronic music. Not crazy at all, but like it's not sometimes it's danceable, sometimes it's not. But
where can we hear it really quick, just as an aside? If we want to hear Vanessa Wolfchild music, where can we, how can we?
Maybe Bandcamp or something? I don't know. I listen to it while I mix it, and then I'm not.
You're done.
And you pass it on.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, man. Go ahead.
Her husband made this track, like a more clubby kind of dancing track, and then we just started working on it tonight. But I haven't seen anybody or anything like that.
Oh, so you're doing sessions now?
I mean, I'm doing like that kind of shit,
Is it virtual or people coming in there?
It's just people sending me files and then
manipulating them.
Yeah, right. I have yet to do a first sort of session. Oh, I'm on the computer. I guess there's no way to. There's no.
Yeah, you can't walk around. I realized that right after we talked about it. That's okay.
There's no other. There's not a. No, there's no fucking. Video.
Excuse me for just a moment.
Oh, that's all right.
There's no other what?
Like there's no other camera on the back side of the computer. Like on.
Koltay, I want to show you something really quick. Come here. Lean in. This is my daughter.
Oh my goodness. Hi.
This is Scout. She's 11.
Scout.
Hi.
11.
You remember Billy and Stevie, right? This is Chris. He lives up in Detroit.
Yeah.
You had a question for me.
Do you know where that black duct tape is?
The Gorilla Tape? I don't. I thought it was right here, but I don't. If I think of it while we're in the middle of this, I will hop up immediately and come tell you, okay? Close that door. Thank you, dear. You're supposed to say nice to meet you.
She's great.
Bye.
She's 11. She doesn't. It's not nice for her to meet me. She doesn't have to lie.
No, she's actually she's incredibly outgoing, and she really likes talking to people and stuff. I don't know where she gets it, but
She's like, "What's that you're smoking out of that bong?"
Yeah.
right. If she'd stood here long enough, she would have said something. She would have been more direct. She'd been like, "Is that drugs?"
Is that
Just
guy?
shit. I'm
Funny.
bummed out now. I can't find the Gorilla Tape. Anyway,
That guy that looks like Widespread Panic's guitar tech is smoking a lot of weed.
oh, do you know how proud I'd be if my daughter even uttered something like that? Even though it was Widespread Panic, I'd still be like, really?
That is kind of what I look like.
Is it? I wouldn't be able to say. All I know is that Cincinnati people abbreviate and they say widespread, and I hate that fucking band.
Yeah, I don't like that band.
Hey, Steve, what's on your shirt? Is that Bela Lugosi?
Or is it some pizza from earlier?
Oh, just Monster.
Randy Cheek gave it to me.
Nice.
He probably made that. I talked to Randy last night. I meant to ask him about the T-shirt stuff because he did a bunch of that for a while.
He printed the early Herzog Music T-shirts.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He did a lot of stuff. Him and Pence. At one point, they had this really cool setup in somebody's basement where they had the obviously it was super home, not factory at all, but they had the carousel with the 6 different screens on it to do 6 different colors all at once. Just pass it over and slide it. Each color, each ink lived in it. But it was manual, and they made these great Ready Stand shirt doing that. Anyway,
Hey, where's Brent?
Brent doesn't like us as much as we like him. No, Brent's always got shit to do. Wednesday nights are apparently really busy for him, which I find weird because it's, it used to be our practice night, which is why I kind of left it like this. But, is what it is. He joins us when he can. I send him the link every week. He's here sometimes. I've been sending Dana and Joel the link every week, too. I forgot to tell you guys that, too. I send it to Joel, too.
Whoa.
Yeah, one of these days we'll have a bunch of people on. I had all the Roundhead guys on one night, which was really cool.
I saw that.
Yeah, but with so many people, it's like you can't talk too much about any one thing. It just kind of goes bam, 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 and then it's over. Yeah, it was fun though. Steve Metz made fun of me online. It was pretty funny. It's just like,
What was he making fun?
oh, I don't remember exactly. Oh, I used the word. I said. I mean, it's fair for him to make fun of me. I said that Bill Bullock worked for a television concern at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm drinking and talking, man. Who the fuck knows what's gonna come out of my mouth? But it was pretty funny. It was worthy of ridicule.
You're acting like you said some terrible race.
That's gonna happen eventually. You guys all know me. I don't ever finish one of these without the uneasy feeling that I have said something I shouldn't have.
Well, you probably have, but it's certainly not implying you work for any kind of a concern. There's no way that can be an insult.
It's just the phrasing, whatever it is. I mean, I tell people all the time, nobody watches a shit anyway. It doesn't matter what any of us say.
No, I was like, man, that's fun. I haven't seen those dudes in forever.
I don't mind telling you. I said this right when you first came on. I'm super pleased and happy that you had a good enough time that you felt it necessary to return so soon. You come every week. I'll send you the link every fucking week, man.
Second date. We'll see how it goes.
Right? We'll see how it goes. Whether or not anybody has to wash their hands 2 times.
I definitely will.
Look at Billy. He's bored out of his fucking mind.
I'm gonna play some pinball.
Yeah, that would be off. You just stood up.
At least turn the
and started.
machine
That
on.
would be fucking awesome. Is it on?
There you go.
This is that shit. That's the desk. Can you see that?
Billy, say something so the camera goes to, because it goes to where people are talking.
Does that look like anything?
That show, is that the board you're?
Well,
What the? It's, you guys got to speak so so the camera goes to you. What were you showing me, Chris? Was that board?
yeah, but I think if I go over by it, it's
Freezes.
Yeah,
Right again.
it's there.
Yeah.
It's there. What's the name brand on it?
It's a tangent.
Everything is.
Tangent.
Tangent.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Everything is.
Wow.
And it's transformerless.
And it weighs 1,000 pounds.
No, it was super light. Julie and I carried it in here. It's really weird.
How many channels?
That's what I was thinking. 32?
9.
Yeah, 9 a channel a foot.
Working? Maybe
Right.
not. Maybe
Right.
That's a question.
We set this up too. I don't know if I show you guys that.
That's what Joel has.
Yeah. Yeah. Those things are ridiculous nowadays, though.
Hey, Koltay, do you have any orange amps?
You know what? I don't actually like. I like their amps. I just never really ended up with any.
Right.
What about any of those little Mesa Boogies? Weren't we just talking about this?
I don't know. I don't have any Mesa Boogies. I have a lot of this kind of weird shit where they're like made out of like old, like this one is a film projector from the army. A lot of it, right? But then if you look in here, it's like fuck,
I have something like that.
some heavy duty shit in there, and it sounds fucking.
That was my next question. Does it sound amazing or is it ridiculous?
You know,
That looks like a little 20-watt amp for something. For
Yeah.
TV.
it's like an 18 watt or 15 watt amp or something.
Mhm.
So you turn up all the way through like a big cabinet, and it's not hurting anybody really. Same with
Right.
But it's still loud as fuck.
not that loud. I mean, it just sounds good because it's the amp.
Heath Kit.
That takes you the mail order.
Yeah.
your son can build an amp.
This one was made by that one I just showed you guys was made by this guy named Austin. I forget his last name, but he's like was this hot shot, still is hot shot LA, like unbelievable fucking amp guy that I just happened to meet like weirdly on the road. And so when I bought that amp, I found a whole bunch of those amps here in Michigan, and I bought them all for really cheap, and then I sold them to him, traded him for a working copy of the amp.
Wow.
So at the time I got it, there were only two other ones, and one was this guy Benji Lysat, who was like, he's a great guitar player, but he was playing with Father John Misty then, and Keith Richards was the other guy that had one.
Oh.
How did this happen? You know, like there just happened to be 4 of those Filmo sounds on Craigslist, so I just went and bought them all and shipped them to this guy.
Yeah. And does he just leave them as is and utilize them, or does he gut them and do his own thing with them?
No, he does. Like they're like $3,500 or something crazy. Like I'd never buy something like that because I just can't, you know.
Right.
Collecting parts.
My car
Yeah.
was $700.
Right. See, that's the story of my life too. It's just, I've never understood the purpose in paying more than that for something that you're just going to beat to death anyway.
I drive an '85 Toyota Tercel wagon.
I got you. Well, shit, 85. You got me beat. I have an 87 CRV.
Nice.
Oh, mine's got almost 300,000 miles on it now.
Damn.
When are you guys gonna start practicing?
There was actually kind of tossed and debated over the last week or so. I
I
think
hear other bands are practicing.
I hear lots of things are happening. You know.
I got a face mask, N95.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a bandana too. I mean,
Yeah.
I honestly, I mean, it's not like we don't know where we've all been for the last 10 fucking weeks. You know, especially Stevie, especially down at the tree farm. I mean, we're not going to be loving on each other. I'm game for whenever anybody's comfortable with it. I am, but it's just, you know, everything's weird.
Everybody that you've come in contact with, people would be sick around you. Like it's not like the shit is fucking. Yeah, most people are asymptomatic, but it's rare that you have a household full of people that all have it and they're like, oh, I just have the sniffles, you know? Like,
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, that's the thing too. Is I mean, fuck. The gestation period's up in the air. I guess the general consensus is it's like 14 days is enough to know you don't have anything. But you know, I'm not counting every minute from every contact.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't. I'm trying to be smart, going in big public places, wearing masks and shit. I don't know. Like I said, it's been floated, and things are kind of weird. I honestly, I'm kind of in a place right now where I'm kind of in a wait and see pattern. Like we kind of over like the last week or so here in my house, we kind of retreated back to the initial thought process where we're going to go out as little as possible, and we're going to wash our hands a lot, and we're going to pay attention to what happens, because
Right.
I really think that if there's going to be something momentous, we're right on the cusp of it.
Oh, yeah.
And ideally, the next week, 2-3 weeks go by, and we don't have any more than what unfortunately has become the acceptable circumstances, 1,500 people dying a day or whatever it is. And that would be great, because it would mean that it's not the devastating circumstance that people thought it was. But at the same time, I'm in a wait and see mode, because I'm not sure.
Wait and see.
Wait and see.
I wish that I could really believe anything about any of the numbers that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, and that's kind of a popular point of view right now, is that, I mean, obviously nobody's calling the virus itself some kind of fabricated thing, but there's a lot of finger pointing right now about the response to it being, overblown for nefarious purposes. I can't for the life of me think of why anybody would want to bring the world's economy to a standstill for fun, but that seems to be the general consensus, is that
Well,
was a
every
thought
country
process.
did it. Well, it wasn't just the United States. So,
Right? We'll just have to see. And we'll, in all honesty, I kind of like the fact that I'm doing this with people still. And Chris, my guess is that what's the date today, boys? The 27th. Sorry. Sorry. My guess is that I bet you we could probably conceivably think about getting together as early as second week of June, right?
I hope
A couple weeks from
sometime in
now,
June.
3 weeks from now. I don't mind telling you, I would really like an opportunity to plug into an amp and play with other people doing the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
you, Scott, and Brent seem to be the busiest. Where are you guys?
I'm free every fucking Wednesday. God damn it. It's the way it's set up. That's why we do this every Wednesday. I have a couple hours at night that my wife expects nothing from me. It's literally the only night of the week, and it's been that way for over a year now.
Yeah, if we decide to do it, I'd be available.
Gertie, that's all it means. There's only one other guy ahead of you. There can be a big gap between first and second. You're still the second busiest, though. You know what I mean?
I know.
I'm the least. I got the most free time.
I don't get what. I just think about stuff like fucking how many. I don't know how many times I've snorted shit off of weird places, and people are gonna start doing that again.
Oh yeah,
people are gonna be blowing lines off of the fucking back of a toilet with band stickers on it in 2 weeks.
But
I mean,
that's
bands are going to be on tour in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't either. But that's the thing, Chris, man. It's just you're making it clear that you're not going to do that, even though you may have in the past, right? You're not doing that.
I may have. I haven't done that in a long time. But people
Right.
are doing that. People are going to be going out and partying together, even if it's just in their house or whatever. You know what I mean?
Going out and doing crazy shit.
Yep. No, I know.
My toilet here at the house is just covered in band stickers and doesn't work and overflowing. It's just like a venue bathroom. So.
And you keep it that way for the nostalgia purposes.
Yeah.
That way you don't miss the road.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or the nightlife, for that matter.
Go in with a bag of 9 carrots and some hummus and shit, and just like a rotisserie chicken.
Pizza.
It's funny. I was thinking about when I saw you, Gertie, when you were here mixing the wigs at St. Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
Because Julie was like, "Wait, who are those guys?" And I was telling her, and I said something about Greg, and she was like, she doesn't know much about the band, She's like, "Which one is Greg?" And I was like, I told her that guy, and I remembered that what he said when he met her, as soon as we walked in, he looked at her, and I was like, "Greg, this is my wife Julie," and he's like, "You must be of strong stock." That's all he said to her. He's like,
"Oh, that was it? That was the end of the conversation too?"
That was not the end of it. He was strong stock, and she's like, "I'd like to think so," and he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I'd like to get married someday, So I'm gonna say that same shit to his wife.
Right.
or husband, whatever he wants to do, man.
You never know. You never know. There's nothing. He's not the marrying kind.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I remember at a party once, him and Lisa Cello, they were gonna dance, and they both wanted to lead, and neither one of them would give in, so the relationship ended right there.
Seriously, was there kind of like a rhythmic wrestling match on the dance floor? I mean, did it actually try and happen?
There was a little tussle where I'm gonna lead. No, I'm gonna lead.
Wow.
Not gonna happen. It was like the button heads. It was kind of fun.
It was like Sunday football. Yeah.
Right?
But funnier and more interesting, therefore.
Not Jason Arbenz.
Arbenz. I should reach out to that dude. I bet he'd be funny to have on. Maybe I'll invite him next week.
Yeah, do a Throneberry.
Do a Throneberry, yeah. Or a Schwa.
Man.
Oh yeah, that video I got has schwa in it. You had the video camera, Scott, in somebody's basement, and you also were like out with one of your girlfriends at the time from the canoe house.
Oh, good God! Really?
And,
that was with the canoe. That was relatively recent. That was like turn of the century, 2000,
yeah,
2001.
Yeah, and you were like shooting video down on the main street. You know, where there was that phone booth across the street from your apartment.
No shit.
You went out. You were kite flying, and then you went to practice with Shoot the Gift. And shot some video of the whole episode.
Shoot the Gift. Oh, that was definitely way earlier than 2000, 2001.
It was in the late 90s.
I would say mid or 90s. 90,
maybe.
Yeah. Shoot the Gift. Shit. What's the format of the thing? How did you watch it?
I had a Hi8 camera and I transferred it onto DVD.
No shit. So how many of those tapes do you have? Is that the only tape you have that's that shit? Because I had that camera for a long time and I lost a bunch of fucking tapes. I had like Mortals Tour shit on tape. I had all these fucking, and it was the little tiny Sony Handycam tapes. I had tons of them.
And we also had the piano